and we're live. Good evening. It being 6 p.m. on Tuesday, January 29th, I hereby convene this meeting of the Westborough Select Board, following the agenda that's been publicly posted. We'll start the meeting this evening by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. If you are willing and able, please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. First on our agenda this evening is a discussion vote for employee vacation time, and I'll turn the floor over to Town Manager Christy Williams.
Thank you. So this is a request to allow employees who are currently carrying an extraordinary amount of vacation time due to COVID-19 work and restrictions over the last year. As the board remembers, we did you authorized me to authorize carryover for individuals who were impacted, but in doing an audit of all of our specifically department heads, we found that there was a couple department heads who had an extraordinary amount of vacation time. And so the recommendation is for carryover authorization for employees with an anniversary date of June 15th, 2021 through December 15th, 2021 to be able to carry over additional vacation time. The purpose for this period is that it captures any employee who will have 6 months or less to use their time outside of the Massachusetts state of emergency, which expired on June 15th. And so they would need to use their vacation time by 12/31 unless otherwise authorized by me, and that it would expire at a rate of 24 hours per month, and to support them using their vacation time, throughout on a periodic basis, and to not end up in the same situation next year with too much vacation time at the end of their anniversary year. And then the request acknowledges the specific circumstances of the fire chief who had ordered vacation time not to be taken in his department for a period during COVID, and therefore he has an extraordinary amount of time that will expire on his anniversary, which is July 3rd. And so this request is also to authorize the payout of up to 5 days of vacation time specifically for Chief Purcell because of this extraordinary amount of carryover. So just for the public, it's 7 weeks that he would have to use by July 3rd. So.
Okay. Any questions?
I think it's fair.
Any comments?
Well, it's a good plan.
Okay. I'll say I believe it's a good plan. It's fair. We certainly appreciate the extra time and effort made by town staff and department heads during COVID in some very trying situations and trying circumstances, and certainly would want them to be able to take their vacation time not only because they've earned it, but because it's very important that people get a break and refresh, and it makes them more effective, personally and professionally. So I will entertain the motion.
I will move to authorize the town manager to allow employees with vacation benefit anniversary dates between June 15th, 2021 and December 31st, 2021 to carry over unused vacation time in excess of the approved carryover amount under the following terms. Excess carryover is to be used by December 31st, 2021 unless otherwise authorized by the town manager, and excess carryover will expire at a rate of 24 hours per month. And further to authorize the payout of up to 5 days for vacation for Fire Chief Purcell.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any final discussion or comments? Okay, then we'll move to a vote. All in favor? Any opposed? It's 4-0-0 for being present. It passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Next up is discussion vote on an intermunicipal agreement for public health services and a request for consent to multiple representation. Again, Christy Williams, Town Manager.
Yep. So at your last meeting, we talked about the Public Health Shared Services Grant and the plan for implementation. It's a regional effort between us and other communities, including Northborough. As we're drafting the intermunicipal agreement, Town council is reviewing that, and town council has made a disclosure to both the town of Westborough and the town of Northborough, because they represent both communities, that they would be reviewing that draft for both communities. So this is a disclosure that they're required to make, and their appointing authority can decide whether or not they think that it's an issue. And so the request is to consent to KP Law's representation regarding the intermunicipal agreement for the town of Westborough, understanding that they also represent Northborough, but further understanding that Northborough and Westborough have a shared interest in having a mutually beneficial agreement. And so I don't see it as an issue at this time.
Okay. Any questions or concerns from the board?
Nope.
Okay.
I guess a comment and a question. So appreciate you weighing in that you feel comfortable with the agreement, and the packet was provided an email as well from KP explaining things. And I think that because we are looking for a mutually agreeable agreement and have the same goals, it certainly makes sense. My question would be, if there is an issue going forward once the IMA is signed, we have an opportunity to select whatever council we want at that time to resolve that issue, correct? We're not bound to work with-
I don't foresee any legal issue, but if at any time, we felt that it wasn't going to be beneficial for KP to represent both communities, we could certainly have alternate counsel.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, would someone like to make the motion?
I'll move to consent to KP Law's representation regarding the intermunicipal agreement for public health services as outlined in the attached email.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any further comment or question? Seeing, hearing none, move to a vote. All in favor? It's unanimous, 4-0, 4 being present. Okay, thank you very much. Next on the agenda is a move to go into executive session.
Sure. I'll move to enter into an executive session under Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A2, to conduct collective bargaining sessions, and under Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining and litigation.
I declare that an open meeting would have a detrimental effect on the board's bargaining and litigating positions. The board will not be reconvening in open session after the executive session. Is there a second for the motion? Second. Moved and seconded. We need to do a roll call vote. I'll go right to left.
Johnson, yes.
Marshall, yes.
Keough, yes.
And Edinburgh, yes. It passes 4-0, 4 being present. We will head into executive session. Thank you, Westborough TV, for coming out and broadcasting and simulcasting the short but important public portion of our meeting tonight.